Hi everyone. In previous sessions, we have seen the flowchart sequencing. In that, we have seen a number of different models, that is processing of n jobs through two missions. In that, we have seen different models, and also we have seen processing of n jobs through three missions. So, if you did not see these videos, I am going to leave them in the cards. Please watch those videos. And now in the today's session, I am going to say about the processing of two jobs through n missions. See here, it is a type of job shop sequencing. In this job shop sequencing, here the sequence of operations is not fixed, and we need to sequence the missions to the jobs in such a way that the total idle time should be minimum. So in order to solve this type of problems, we are going to use the graphical method, and it is the best method in order to solve the problems. So without any late, let us get into the problem. So here it is. So there are two jobs to be processed through 5 missions A, B, C, D and E. The prescribed technological order is for job 1, the order of the missions is A, B, C, D and E, and for job 2, the technological order is B, C, A, D, E. So this one is fixed, and now we need to sequence those missions. Sequence the jobs or missions. So, and the process times in hours are given below. For mission, all 5 missions on job 1 and job 2 are given. Now he is asking us, find out the optimal sequencing of the jobs on missions. So we need to sequence the jobs, that is job shop sequencing, and the minimum time required to process these jobs. So in order to do that, I already told you, we are going to use the graphical method, and it is the best method to solve the problems, right? So now let us solve these problems by graphical method. So before solving the problem by graphical method, we need to check one thing. First of all, let us calculate the total time required to complete the job 1, and also without any idle time, and also the total time required to complete job 2 without idle time. So here it is. For job 1, the time on mission A is 3 hours, time on mission B 4 hours, time on mission C 2 hours, time on mission D 6 hours, time on mission E is 2 hours. So what is the total time required? 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2, and it is 17. And for job 2 similarly, 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6, and it is 20. So for job 1 it is 17 hours without any idle time, and for job 2 it is 20 hours. Okay. So this is the thing, and now let us solve the problem by graphical method. So how to solve this means, now here I am going to draw a graph. So this one is the graph I have taken. So on x-axis it represents job 1, the y-axis represents job 2, x-axis represents job 1 and y-axis represents job 2. So first of all, let us represent the sequence of the jobs of job 1 and job 2 on the graph. First, let us see the job 1 sequence. So here it is 3, 4, 2, 6, 2. So please remember that one. So now I am going to represent that sequence here. First, job 1, we will start at 0. First, job mission A takes 3 hours of time on job 1. So 0 to 3. It is regarding to first the mission A will do the process on job 1, and next 3 plus 4 7. So from 3 hours to 7 hours, that means totally 4 hours of time. Mission B will do the process on job 1. Next 7 plus 2 9. So then mission C will do the process of job 1. Next 9 plus 6 15. Then mission D will do the process on job 1. Next 15 plus 2 17. Then mission E will do the process on job 1. So now let us represent the same thing on job 2 also. First, we will start at 0. Mission A on job 2. 3 hours time it will take. So 0 to 3. Mission A. First of all, we need to see the job sequence before representing. For job 1, the sequence is A, B, C, D, E. So that's why I represented it without any doubt. But for job 2 sequence is B, C, A, D, E. So first of all, we need to represent B here. So what is the time of B? 5 hours. So starting time 0 to 5 hours. So now it is B. And next, what is the sequence? C. So for C it is 4 hours. So 5 plus 4, then it is equals to 9. So now represent it here 9. So it is C. And what is the next sequence? A. For A it will take 3 hours. So 9 plus 3 12. So now represent the same thing 12 hours. Up to 12 hours it is A. What is next sequence? D. It takes 2 hours of time. So 12 plus 2 14. Represent that one. It is D. And next, what is the next thing? E. So for E it takes 6 hours. So 14 plus 6, it is 20. So represent that one. E. So like this, we need to represent the process of missions, sequence of missions on the graph. Now we need to identify the common region of the missions on both job 1 and job 2. So now let us identify it, how to identify that one. So first, mission A. So mission A is from 0 to 3 of job 1. So from 3, draw a vertical line. So here I am going to draw a vertical line in a rough way. Next, for job 2, it is of mission A is from 9 to 12. So let us represent that region. So this is corresponding to job 2. For job 1 is this one, for job 2 is this one. So where both are intersecting? So both are intersecting at this place. So this is the common region of mission A for both job 1 and job 2. So now let us represent that one. So this one is the common region for both job 1 and job 2 of mission A. So please do like this. So this is corresponding to mission A. And next, let us identify the common region for mission B. So for mission B, it is 3 to 7. So now from 7, I am going to draw a rough line. So for B on job 2, from 0 to 5. Right? So now represent the common region. For job 2 is this one. For job 1 is this one. So now what is the common region? So the common region of mission B for both job 1 and job 2 is this one. So now hatch this part. This one is B. Similarly, identify the common region for mission C to both jobs 1 and 2. So for C, the region is from 7 to 9. And for job 2 is 5 to 9. So now the common region is this one for both the jobs. So now do that one. So this one is the common region of mission C. Next one is D. So for D, the common region is from 9 to 12. Sorry, from 9 to 15. So now from 15 also draw a line. And here also for job 2, the common region, that region of D is from 12 to 14. Now what is the common region? This one. So now identify that one. So this one is the common region for both the jobs corresponding to mission D. Similarly, then finally E. So for E is 15 to 17. So identify that one. So here I am extending for my support. Next from 17. And for job 2, mission E is from 14 to 20. From 14 already I have drawn the line, and from 20 this one. Now what is the common region? This one. So make a part of that. So this one is the common region of mission E for both jobs 1 and 2. So now common regions of the missions for both jobs 1 and 2 are identified. Then what to do? So we need to draw a 45 degrees line in the graph. How to draw the 45 degrees line? So now let us see how to do that means. So now I am starting from the origin. First, draw a 45 degrees line from the 0. So if you draw a 45 degrees line, it will come like this, 45 degrees line. So without protractor also we can draw a 45 degrees line. So how to do that means you already know. If you draw a 45 degrees line, whatever the coordinates, whatever the number of points that was translated in x-axis, it will be the same on y-axis also. So that means here I moved 3 points from 0 to 3. Then on y-axis also up to 3 only. So that is the nature of the 45 degrees line. Right? So here you can observe. So here the 45 degrees line is going to stop by the region B. If we move further, the region is going to be crossed. So but we should not do like that. So here up to this portion only, there is no any crossing of the region. Then we need to stop here. Then again from here draw a vertical line such that the line should not cross any region. And next from here again draw a 45 degrees line. Then if you draw a 45 degrees line, here you can observe 3 plus 4 7, here also 5 plus 4 9. So 4 points, and in y-axis also 4 points. Then if you draw a 45 degrees line, it will meet here definitely, or otherwise with the help of protractor also you can do. Then it will meet at this point only. So but for you it is if you able to draw with a free hand, then you can draw, or otherwise use the protractor in order to draw the 45 degrees line. Right, it will meet here. Then again after touching here, again we need to start a 45 degrees line. So that 45 degrees line is nothing but if you draw a 45 degrees line, then it will come here. So this one is also 45 degrees line. So here we move 2 points. So and here also in y-axis also we move 2 points, that means up to 11 it will come. So and from here again we need to move in upward direction. See, we should not draw the line in this way. We should not draw the line below the region. Always we need to move forward, right? And next again from here draw a 45 degrees line. So if you draw a 45 degrees line from here, then it will be here 9 to 15, 6 points are there, and on y-axis also 14 to 20 means 6 points. So if you draw a 45 degrees line from here, then it will touch this place 45 degrees. And next draw a horizontal line, it will close, right? So this is the ending point of the graph, and this one is the starting point of the graph. So now we need to identify or we need to calculate the idle time. So how to calculate the idle time means, in the line we drawn from O, if a vertical line is there if a inclined line is there means both the job 1 and 2 are processing on the mission A, and if a vertical line is there means the job 1 is in idle condition and the job 2 is in running condition on the mission. And if a horizontal line is there, then job 1 is in running condition and job 2 is in idle condition. So like that we need to understand. So now let us calculate the idle times of both job 1 and job 2. So here I am doing that thing, already I have done. So the idle times on job 1 and job 2 are, first idle time on job 1. Job 1 means if your vertical line is there, then job 1 is idle, and if your horizontal line is there, then job 2 is idle. So let us see on the graph where the vertical lines are. Here one vertical line is there. What is the duration of this vertical line means, the starting point is 3, end point is 5, so duration is 2 hours. So that's why here I have written 2. And next, where the vertical line is there, incline, and again the vertical line is there here. So here this starting point is 11 and end point is 14. So total duration is 3 hours. So 3. Yeah. So and again where the vertical line is 45 degrees horizontal. So no other vertical line is there. Then calculate the total time. 2 plus 3, that is 5 hours of idle time for job 1. Similarly, let us calculate the idle time of job 2. So if you want to find the idle time for job 2, then we need to identify the horizontal lines. So where the horizontal lines are there, incline line, vertical line, incline line, incline line, vertical line, incline line, and here it is the horizontal line. What is the duration of this horizontal line, or what is the length of this horizontal line? So this horizontal line length is nothing but E. So what is E? 15 to 17, that is 2 hours. So idle time of job 2 is 2, and after that there is no any line. So total idle time of job 2 is 2 hours. So like that we have identified the idle time for both job 1 and job 2. So now let us find the total time taken, total elapsed time taken for both job 1 and job 2. So elapsed time is equals to, how to find the elapsed time? Process time plus idle time. So now let us find it for job 1. So for job 1 the total elapsed time is equals to, what is the process time? So for on job 1 it takes 17 hours to complete all the jobs. So 17 plus what is the idle time of job 1? Idle time is equals to 5 hours for job. So 17 plus 5, totally 22 hours. Next, similarly let us calculate it for job 2. Is equals to, what is the total time for job 2? For job 2 to complete all the process on job 2 it takes 20 hours. So that is equals to 20 plus what is the idle time of job 2? Job 2 idle time is 2 hours. So write plus 2. That equals to 22 hours. So the elapsed time will be same for both the jobs. So like this we need to solve the processing of two jobs through two missions by using graphical method. So it is a very easiest technique in order to solve the problem, right? So I hope you understand this problem. If you like this video, if you understand well, please like this video and share this video to your friends and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you.